English has kanji in it. If you're a Japanese learner on the internet today, you're probably being bombarded by a bunch of people telling you that kanji are hard, that kanji are difficult. And the fact of the matter is you have been using kanji your entire life. English is full of things that work just like kanji. You already understand how kanji work, and I'm going to prove it to you. So first, let's assume you are a Japanese learner who hasn't passed N4 but really wants to go viral, or you're a Japanese native speaker with no background in education, no teaching experience, no linguistic knowledge, and you don't want to get a real job. What do? Well, you go online and you make a meme about how, like, this kanji has too many readings. Let's look at some examples of that. Wow, those were a good use of the finite resources of this planet. Now, that kanji does have a lot of readings, but like, check out this letter. We can read it in words like ant, or at, or ace, or awful. All have different pronunciations. Indeed, there are tons of pronunciations of this letter. So the idea that a single element of a writing system can have different pronunciations shouldn't shock you, but I know what you're saying as you wipe away the tears of your influencer career disappearing before your eyes. That's not the same thing. How dare they give you a PhD? Letters aren't kanji, and you're right. I'm being a little facetious. Letters aren't kanji. Numbers are kanji. Look at this kanji. It means water and has two different readings, mizu and sui. Look at this number. It means 1. And in this sentence, it's read as 1, but in this sentence, it's read as fur. Two readings, one meaning, attached to a symbol. And indeed, we have other non-number things that work just this way. We can write number 1 like this, but then change it to hashtag first place. And you understand that this character has an inherent meaning to it, but it also has multiple readings which are activated in context. Kanji. Now, I know what you're saying right now through gritted teeth as your body puts all of its effort into rejecting the truth that I'm trying to tell you right now. That's not all kanji can do. They have other difficult features, like sometimes in Japanese, multiple kanji will combine together to have a reading that the kanji don't have. For instance, kyo uses the kanji for now and day, and neither of them are kyo or u, but together they're kyo. We don't have that in English, right? Well, you're right is something I would say if you weren't wrong, because if we take a 1 and we put another 1 to it, we get 11. And if we take a 1 and a 2, we get 12. The twa sound in 12, I assume, comes from 2, but 2 is the second number. Wouldn't it make more sense to write it like that? At least nowadays is nowday instead of day now. In 15, certainly it's the 5 that has the 5th sound and the 1 that's giving us the teen sound, right? But it's flipped around. Again, we're doing the same thing. But now, of course, desperate, putting your entire willpower against welcoming the truth, you reach into your back pocket and you say, but one more thing, what about ateji? Japanese people use kanji just like to spell things, and numbers, they have meaning, right? You can't just erase the meaning. Well, that is a wonderful and forthright comment, is something I would love to say, but before I can, I have to note that we can do this with numbers too. No, it's not a formal part of our language, but it is something that we absolutely can do, and you absolutely will see online, as in when somebody sends a message to you. So there you go. We have kanji in English. All the things that kanji do, you already know how to do because you do it with things in English. Now, once again, I am 100% aware of the exact way you're responding because you are currently going through the final gasps of denial and saying, but no, Wes, there are more kanji than there are things like this in English. Therefore, kanji are difficult. The bad memes were right. The bad memesters deserve your PhD. And all I have to say to that is, kanji take time. There is a misconception on the internet that difficult and takes time are synonyms. Because if you go online and you ask people, is Japanese hard? They'll say, of course it's hard. There's an American military government document thing that lists it as the most time-consuming language, so it's gotta be hard. But the thing is, time-consuming is not the same thing as hard. For instance, dying. Dying takes, hopefully, quite a long time. Ideally, upwards of 80 years. But it's really easy. I'm doing it right now. From like a gothy glass half empty perspective, you could say I'm living, but yeah, I'm also kind of dying, right? Look at me die. Here we go. Whee! But it's really easy and it takes a long time. There are lots of things that take a long time, such as learning the English language, but you did it. And more importantly, why would you be surprised that learning kanji takes you a long amount of time? It takes Japanese people like 20 years. They learn it all through high school. If you're like, oh man, Japanese has like 2,000 plus kanji that I have to learn, that's going to take me like 10 years. Well, yeah, it takes Japanese people like 10 years. So that's fine. Take 10 years. Or go faster. Japanese children learn kanji. Are you unable to do things that Japanese children can do? Generally speaking, the things children do aren't considered hard. I think you're more competent than a Japanese child, don't you? So yes, you're going to have to sit down and study these, and yes, you're going to have to be patient with yourself as you memorize them, but everything you need to know to learn kanji, everything you need to understand how kanji work as a concept is already inside your brain. So unsubscribe from the bad memes. You see oh man, kanji are so hard, Japanese is so hard, TikTok, you don't just flip by it, you push the no thanks, I'm not interested in that button, and you sit down and you work on your kanji. If you do that, you will eventually learn kanji. That's how I did it, and I'm just some guy. Imagine how embarrassed you'd be if you couldn't do something that like this guy could do. Put the work in, put the practice in, and be kind to yourself and patient with yourself on the journey. And before you know it, you'll know thousands of kanji more than the large number of kanji that you already do, even if you've never studied Japanese a day in your life.